Felt like I needed a bit of a visual on what a knot looks like. No! This book is nearly 1,000 pages. Is it wrong that I ship that too? Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maisie and today we are starting a new reading vlog, and I decided that instead of doing a reading challenge vlog like I normally do, so like 24-hour readathons, reading a certain amount of pages, something picks what I read, instead of doing any of that, I thought let's just do a really cozy, casual weekly reading vlog of what I realistically read in a week. I have done a realistic week of reading before, but I like timed how long I spent reading and the amount of pages that I read. This time I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it really casual. So with that said, I started a book yesterday. That is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I am now up to page 227. It is Tuesday today, by the way. Started this yesterday on Monday and I am enjoying this so much. This has been such like a kind of highly anticipated book for me, but also one that I've been very nervous on because I have seen lots of people absolutely love this book, but I've also seen lots of people not like it at all. And to be honest, the first couple of chapters I was like, oh god, I do not like this at all. The character voice in the first couple of chapters, really hard to just follow and focus on, but then that kind of changed quite quickly and now I am very much into it and I am absolutely loving it. In this book we are following Misery. She is our female main character and she is a vampire. This is kind of set in like our real world, except for the fact that there are vampires and werewolves as well as humans, and vampires, werewolves and humans, none of them really get on, and especially the vampires. I think maybe werewolves and humans have a slightly better relationship, but they all basically kind of stick to their own societies, but relationships are not good between them, and especially between the vampires and the werewolves. The leaders of said groups basically decide that to try and like promote peace between the groups, they're going to arrange a marriage, and basically Misery is asked to marry an alpha werewolf. So at the start of this book she marries Lo Morland and he is our male main character. He is a werewolf, as I said, and yeah, they basically have an arranged marriage and it is really interesting. I grew up reading the Twilight books, watching the Twilight films. I then loved and watched like the Vampire Diaries when that was on, and yeah, I've always liked vampires and werewolves. This is the first real book that I've read with that kind of vibe. Obviously I just said I read Twilight, but since then I think that it's the first like book of that vibe that I've read. The whole wolf thing is interesting. I know that this is kind of like a megaverse, but I don't really know what a megaverse is if I'm honest, and so far like I'm not getting any weird vibes. I thought there was like a sexual thing between like a wolf pack, but I'm not getting that, so I don't know. Anyway, with that said, I am very much enjoying this book. I'm loving the romance. I mean, I always love Ali Hazelwood books, so I'm enjoying the slow burn romance. I'm enjoying the like secret pining. Oh, I don't know. It's just really good, guys. Not sure what I'm fancying reading after this. To be honest, I'm kind of hoping that maybe I can finish this evening and start a new book tomorrow, but we will just see. As I said, we are just going on pure vibes. I'm not forcing myself to read at a particular pace. I'm just going with it, but as I said, I'm very much enjoying it, so I kind of do want to just sit and read it. But saying that, Love Island started last night and I always religiously watch like the first week and then I get a little bit bored and then I usually just stop watching altogether. But we're still very much in that like honeymoon Love Island phase right now. The first episode aired yesterday, so second episode, you want to bet that I'll be there watching it. I suppose since this is just a cute cozy vlog, I can show you my new kind of bookish purchases. I got some Jellycats at the weekend. I did share these on my Instagram story, but I went to London at the weekend. We actually went to do the Crystal Maze and then we stayed at my sister's house who lives near London, not in London but near London, and had a really nice weekend. That's kind of irrelevant to be honest, because I was going to say that that's when I bought these. You obviously can get these outside of London. So yeah, I got this one from Waterstones actually. I think this is supposed to be a coffee cup, but I don't like coffee, so I'm just saying that it's a cup of tea because that is very bookish to me. Like I love sitting down with a book and a cup of tea. And then I got this cute one from a different shop actually called No, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a really nice shop. They had loads actually. They had the sun one that I really want. That one's quite big, and I kind of got these with the idea of going on my bookshelf, and I just think that one's not gonna go on my bookshelf. But yeah, I basically wanted these because I am getting some new bookshelves and a spare bedroom because my bookshelf is full. I've actually literally just filmed my wrap up, so I now have 12 books to put away. There is literally no space on my bookshelf.
Approach this with focus, baby. You can manifest what you're really after. I will indulge if you take the lead for us. The invitation is yours for the grabbing.
So I have just finished Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I really enjoyed this. Honestly, I think like at the start of this book, okay, maybe not the first couple of chapters because I think I said I was really confused. But after that, until the middle of the book, I thought this could be a 5-star. Kind of lost me a little bit in the kind of side plot that was going on. That got a little bit boring for me. And in terms of the end, I feel like the romance was a little bit rushed. So I think it's not a 5-star. I think it's like a 4 or 4.5 stars. I'm not entirely sure. I think maybe I'll think about it and settle on a rating at the end of this video. But I did really enjoy it. In true Ali Hazelwood fashion, it was so fun, quick, easy to read, and the romance was really good. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Interesting. Felt like I needed a bit of a visual on what a knot looks like. If you know, you know. I'm not going to show what that looks like on YouTube, but yeah, interesting. Okay, I have some new nails. So I got my nails done. These are actually the set that I'll have when I go on holiday. So that's like just over 2 weeks away, so I'm hoping that they won't be too grown out before then. I haven't even said, it's Thursday, by the way. I think I spoke to you / started this vlog on Tuesday. So it's now Thursday and I finished this book. I'm going to start another book, but we are going over to my parents' house this evening because it's my sister's birthday. So I'm not really sure how much time I'm going to have for reading. Also, please excuse my like egghead. I think the book that I'm going to start is going to be The Crimson Moth. I've seen really good things about this book. I've seen loads of people reading it recently and loving it, and that's kind of why I just need to start it. I think while the hype is high, you need to take this dust jacket straight off. In the US, I'm pretty sure this is called Heartless Hunter. I don't know where else calls it Heartless Hunter, but I think most other places call it The Crimson Moth, and the series is called The Crimson Moth. So if you've just been confused, there you go. Maybe I've cleared something up for you. Maybe I've actually given you some valuable information for once. So that's the update for now, guys. I'm gonna start this book and I guess, yeah, give you an update. Hello, happy Saturday. Not gonna lie guys, it's been slow on the reading front. To be fair, I have had a really busy day today. We just had to finish off like painting some skirting boards and things like that. And then I had to film 2 videos because I am going on holiday at the end of this month. So I'm kind of having to like plan ahead my filming a bit better. And it hasn't really left much time for reading. I also didn't really have much time for reading yesterday. Don't have much of an update on The Crimson Moth. You know, I was kind of thinking, oh, I feel really bad like I'm doing this vlog and I've literally got no update. But then I thought, you know what, actually this is supposed to be a realistic like mood reading vlog, and this is realistic, and some weeks like I just don't have that much time to read. I think especially like now that I'm trying to upload 2 YouTube videos a week, it takes a lot of time. So like this evening, for example, I'm probably going to spend editing video because that needs to go up tomorrow. The Crimson Moth, which is probably what you actually care about. I am only 62 pages into this book, which is pretty terrible considering I started it Thursday evening. So actually maybe it's not that bad. I haven't read anything yet today of it, so I will do. I'm enjoying it so far. Can I tell you what it's about? Basically, we are in this world where there are witches, but the witches are hunted. And our main character, Rune, is a witch, but she like is a secret witch because if she gets found out, she will literally be taken to prison and executed. She has this like identity as the Crimson Moth, and she is basically killing witch hunters, I think, and basically trying to save witches. and she basically finds out that this specific witch that she like wanted to save, but she finds out that the witch hunters have her, and she finds out that Gideon, who is our male main character, was one of the witch hunters who took her. And so she is like trying to get information from him, and he is now also like suspicious of her as well, because somebody said maybe she is like the Crimson Moth, and he's like, no, she's not, she's like a airhead socialite. But he kind of agrees to look into her and find out a little bit about her. So now I think we're going to be in a situation where they're like spending time together trying to get information out of the other one, but without being obvious. But that's not really happened yet. But that's like the setting, that's where we are so far. And I'm enjoying the writing, I'm enjoying the vibes. It's very easy to read actually, and like easy to follow. It's very easy fantasy world. As I said, like it's literally just, well, so far anyway, like basically witches and witch hunters. And it's all set in this kind of like high society world, which is fun. I'm imagining it a bit like Bridgerton, like balls and operas and things like that. I'm enjoying it. As I said, hopefully I will get some reading done this evening. There is an F1 on actually, but it's in Canada? Yeah, Canada. So it's not until 9 o'clock this evening, and then tomorrow it's not until 7 p.m. So hopefully I should still have plenty of time. Do have to do some gardening tomorrow with Ollie, but other than that, I'm just going to try and have a chill day and read as much as possible. Firstly, I'd like to give myself a round of applause. I have officially got through 1 of 5 working days of this week. So it's Monday today. Like, I've got lots to update you on. I've actually been like writing some notes on my phone because I've just been thinking of things that I wanted to say. I guess let's start with the book. Did I fully expect to finish this book by now? Yes. It's not long, it's really quick to read. I had a whole weekend, but did I finish it? No. I am, however, up to page 280, so I have like 120 pages left to read this. So I am, once I finish talking to you, I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna read this. I'm not gonna do anything else other than maybe walk the dogs and eat. Like, I am finishing this, even if it means I have to miss Love Island, which will be really sad because I still haven't even watched last night's Love Island. But those are the sacrifices I'm willing to make. Right, what do I have to say about the book? I am loving this book. In fact, I have a few points to make about the book. But firstly, I am loving this book. This book could be a 5-star. Like, it's going to depend a bit on what happens in this last 100 pages, but right now, I think this book could be a 5-star. I actually, just yesterday, was watching Lucy's new video. Her name is Library of Lucy. I'll leave her link down below. And she was doing a reading vlog and she was talking about this. And actually, funny story, she posted on her Instagram story that she read this and gave it 5 stars. And that's kind of like what propelled me to pick it up sooner. I mean, I did really want to read this because I'd seen quite a lot of people reading it or talking about it. And it was on my TBR for this month anyway. But actually, it was perfect timing because I'd literally just finished my last book, saw her Insta story and was like, right, okay, this is a priority, I am reading this. I was watching her vlog, she said that it ends on a cliffhanger and the next book isn't out until 2025. And the way that my face dropped, I'm not happy because I'm just loving this. And to be honest, I should have like thought about the fact that it was a series because like I did know in the back of my head, like I knew it was a series. I'm sure I've said on my channel before that this is a series. I just didn't really think about it, and yeah, that's a bit shit. So maybe I'll have to reread this closer to when the next book comes out. But I actually, like, as I've been reading it, I've been thinking, wow, I really want to annotate this book, which is weird because I don't annotate books. I've literally never annotated a book in my life. I don't have any annotating supplies. I don't have any tabs. I don't have any highlighters. Like, I have nothing. I'm not equipped, but I am desperate to annotate this book. So I think I'm gonna reread it probably maybe at the start of next year, so it's like a bit closer to when the next book comes out. I'm saying all this and I've not even finished the book yet. I do have some points on the book. Rune, our main character, I absolutely love her. She is so clever, so like independent and strong, and I just love her. And I love reading about like badass female main characters. That's one of the reasons I loved Throne of Glass so much. And yeah, it's just, I love that. So love that. Gideon, our male main character, I also absolutely love him. I really feel for him. And like, I just want to protect him at all costs. I also do love him with Rune, like I ship it. But I also love Alex. And is it wrong that I ship that too? I don't know if I'm supposed to ship her with Alex, but I do. I'm sorry, but you can't expect to give me like a sliver of unrequited love and expect me not to fall for that. So those are my updates on the book. As I said, I will let you know when I finish it this evening. I am going to finish it this evening, mark my word. So if I have to stay up till 2 a.m, I'll stay up till 2 a.m. That's absolutely fine. But I did also want to say that recently I've picked up a new reading habit and I am loving it. I'm just going to start by saying I know that loads of people have done this for a long time, but I didn't, okay? I couldn't. I'm talking about listening to music when reading. Like, that sounds so basic, but I was always someone who needed to read in silence, to be honest, because otherwise I just couldn't concentrate. And I just didn't understand people listening to music, especially with headphones on. I was like, oh my God, you literally like can't escape it. Like, how are you concentrating on what you're reading while like music is being shoved into your ears? I just didn't understand it, but I've recently got into it, and especially for fantasy books, listening to music that like goes with the vibe, goes with the book is so good. So I'm completely converted. I do listen to it really quietly, and one of the problems is I tend to find like playlists for the specific books. So I think I already showed it, but for example, I found this playlist. I don't know if that's focusing. Is that focused? Can you see? That is the playlist that I have found for this book, and I'm really enjoying it. However, the problem with this playlist and every book playlist I've ever listened to is they are quite heavy on Taylor Swift, and if a Taylor Swift song comes on, like, I can't help it. I am singing along and I am not reading. So that's a bit of an issue. And on the note of Taylor, I am literally going to see the Eras tour this week. I'm going on Saturday and I am so excited. I think I'm going to start a weekly vlog or some kind of like weekend vlog once I finish this vlog. So I will maybe include some Eras tour stuff, but I don't know. I'm a bit nervous about filming there, and I also just want to like focus on the night. Like, I don't want to be trying to film. I definitely wouldn't take my camera either, so it would just be stuff on my phone, which might not be great quality. My last point of something that I wanted to talk to you about is F1. You probably don't care. Oh shit, I forgot I made a cup of tea. It's probably gone cold. Oh my gosh. Guys, I have to share a gripe with you that I have about mugs. Obviously, like, you have pretty mugs. Let's just turn this around. Right. See, this is really pretty. I like the front of this mug, but I am right-handed. So obviously I drink the tea with my right hand, and then you can't see the design. And I just think the design should be pointing out ways, but is it purposely just on this side so that I can see it when I drink it? Because like, I know that this mug is beautiful, but I want other people to know that I'm drinking out of a gorgeous mug, and how would they know if it's facing me? Are you supposed to drink left-handed? I'm just not very good with my left hand. What was I saying? F1, yeah. Nobody probably cares, but that was the craziest race ever. If you do watch F1, it was the Canada Grand Prix yesterday, and that race was absolutely hectic. It was quite heartbreaking for me, to be honest. Charles DNF'd, and so did Carlos, so a double DNF for Ferrari. But to be honest, like, at the point that they both DNF'd, I was happy they DNF'd because it was painful to watch. Watching Charles in like dead last, heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. And I just can't believe how crazy it was, but also like annoying because all of the craziness kind of messed things up for Lando as well, and like I feel like he had a really good chance of winning that race and he didn't in the end. It was crazy though, so it was entertaining. Like, I wonder if any of you watch F1. If you do, then let me know and tell me who your favourite team and your favourite driver are, because I'm interested. And also I could talk about F1 all day, so you know, if you ever need anyone to talk to about it, then my DMs on Instagram are always open. Okay, back to the Crimson Moth. Finished. That was so good. I really enjoyed all of this book, to be honest. Like, it was so easy to read, which I loved. I loved the romance. There was so much romance. There were characters that I absolutely loved. Chapters were short, and I loved the witchiness vibes. Like, I really just don't read that many witchy books, and I really enjoyed that. The only issue is I can't decide if I want to give it 5 stars or not. I don't know, I just don't give 5 stars very often, and I want to just be a bit more giving with my 5 stars, because I really enjoyed the book and maybe it does deserve 5 stars. I'm gonna sit on it, but it's gonna be somewhere between 4.5 stars and 5 stars, and hopefully when I finish this vlog I will have an answer on exactly where that's going to be and some more thoughts. But yeah, overall I just really enjoyed it. Anyway, so I think I am going to start another book, to be honest, later. I probably will like have some chill time, need to make some dinner, eat some dinner, watch Love Island. Yay, I can officially watch Love Island. And then yeah, I think I'm going to start another book, and I think I might start Redeeming 6 because I just really want to make sure that I read that this month. To be honest, I just really miss Joey, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to start Redeeming 6. I had to put my Boys of Torment jumper on. I mean, technically it's just like a Binding 13 / Keeping 13 jumper. Close enough. I don't know if I've seen any Joey jumpers, but if there are some out there, I think I need to get one. Hello, I am coming at you with a reading update. It is Tuesday today, and I am about 90 pages into Redeeming 6, part 2, technically. Why is this book so much longer than the others? I mean, I think like, they're all long, don't get me wrong, like, they are all ridiculous. This book is nearly 1,000 pages. This is a romance book. Not only is this a romance book, this is like half of romance book really, because this is the second book following Joey and Aoife, and it's not like 2 separate stories, like it's just basically one romance story split into 2 books. So how is this 1,000 pages long? I don't know why I didn't realise that when I picked it up, but yeah, it's really long, so it's going to take me a long time to read, so that's great. Saying that, like, I literally just started it last night, must have done like an hour of reading, and I am 90 pages in, so it's very quick to read. But still, do I even need to share my thoughts on this book? Okay, I guess I will. So I'm definitely not going to go into detail of what the series is about, but this is part of the Boys of Torment series. The Boys of Torment series is I would class it as a new adult romance series taking place in Cork in Ireland. The first 2 books take place at like a private rugby school. Those follow Johnny and Shannon. These 2 books, so Saving 6 and Redeeming 6, following Joey and Aoife, neither of who go to a private school. They go to the like state school, and yeah, they're very sad books. There's lots of trauma in these books. I don't want to say there's no plot, because there is plot, like there are big things that happen, but at the same time, like the way that it is written and the way that the books work is, it's like you're just like following their lives, if that makes sense. I'm so bad at explaining these books, like I just don't know how to do it properly. But I obviously really enjoy them. I've given every book so far 5 stars. Will this one be a 5 stars? I don't know yet, we will see. Today is actually like a week since I started this vlog, so I'm going to end it here, to be honest. But I thought I would go do a quick little wrap up now that I have kind of finalised my ratings of some books in my head. So the first book that we read was Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I think I have settled on a 4.25 star for this. I really enjoyed it, but it's nothing like groundbreaking for me. I really enjoyed the romance. I think I said, like, it lost me a little bit at the end, but overall I really enjoyed it, and I would be up for reading more books in this universe if that's gonna be a thing. I don't know, not looked into it. Next we read The Crimson Moth by Kristen Ciccarelli. I'm probably pronouncing that horribly, so I do apologise. I've decided I am going to give this a book 5 stars. I think that I was really busy over the days that I was reading this, but I still like absolutely loved it, and every time I was reading it I was just having the best time. I loved the romance, I loved the characters, I loved the setting and the plot. Like, I just don't have any issues with it at all, and I think that if I'd have had more time and like just could have sat and read this in like a day or two, I would have known straight away like it was a 5 stars. So 5 stars for that one. And then obviously we are on Redeeming 6, which, let's be honest, is going to be a highly rated book. Can't say for sure yet what is going to be rated. As I said, I think I am going to try and film like at least like a weekend vlog, and I will probably still be reading this book in that. So if you want to see how the rest of this book goes, then tune in to that. That will probably be up the week after this vlog. I hope you've enjoyed this just kind of like casual, relaxed, realistic reading vlog. I would like to do more of these in the future, I think, because I just think it's like nice to just film what I'm reading, how I'm feeling about reading and the books, and I don't know, like it's just kind of nice rather than it being a challenge just to talk about books and reading. So I hope that you've enjoyed. That's it, I'm gonna go because I do need to get this video edited because it is going up tomorrow. If you've watched to the end, thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to see you in my next video. Bye.